1 2 1 2, and it's like that, and it don't stop. Yes, T Biggs up at the place. Yes, feel me, love me.
Okay.
Don't hate on me because I got personality.
I see you working it out, trying to find it in there.
Don't hate on me. I'm just trying to find my podcast voice.
You feel it. I feel you. It's just weird to be in the mix of you finding it still. That's all.
I'm just having.
Yo, it's been a minute since I stepped in the beat, but who want it? I got the jab, the stick, and move up or cut opponents. I lead a whole spot looking like a murder scene, don't it? Evacuate the premises like the house is on it. I got that wordplay. Haters, are you Thursday? You can get these shots on the Thursday. You heard the bell ring, now it's time to knuckle up. Rough terrain ahead, nigga, I suggest you buckle up. Click with the words, good with the verbs. Know that my mouth is my best defense. Words are like bullets, like how can I pull it? So word to the wise, I can get chance. I talk to my daddy, he told me don't give it, just keep pressing on to the sunshine. Stick on my chin and I get on my grind, cause hustle is up in my bloodline.
I'm black and I'm proud. Hey, now everybody just say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Come on, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Hey, now everybody just say it loud.
1 5 4 3 2. What it do? What it does? What it is? What it ain't? It's your boy Tim and your boy CJ back again with another.
Say what? No, don't you say it loud podcast?
I do. Rewind. I keep messing it up. I keep messing 1 2 3. What it do? What it does? What it is? What it ain't? It's your boy CJ, your boy Tim, back again with another Say It Loud podcast.
Say it loud.
Black and proud.
We back in this piece.
What it do? Real quick, you know what? I'm sick of this crap.
Whoa.
Let me
right.
let me open up.
I don't know what's
I'm
happening.
gonna open up.
Look. Bust it wide open.
I'm a bust it open. Here we go. Look. Big dudes, we sexy out here. Okay? It's okay to be sexy. Don't let your gut make you feel like you ain't sexy. I'm starting a new trend right now, today.
Okay.
Big Papa energy. Hashtag Big Papa energy.
Okay.
If you a big dude like me, but you still sexy, and you don't let your overweightness dim the fact that you are sexy, that's Big Papa energy.
Okay.
When you walk in the room and everybody know you are Papa, they even recognize you as Papa. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody, as far as the attention you want.
Yeah.
I will never recognize you as
I'm not.
Big Papa.
It's not to be recognized by the niggas. It's to be recognized by the lovely females in the room.
I feel.
Because back in high school, I was a shy kid, and I let my size like dictate how I talk to women.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't have many girlfriends in high school, and the ones I did have didn't last that long. I was very shy. I had a lot of friends. I just didn't have a lot of girlfriends. I wasn't savvy around the women. It wasn't until I got older that my sexiness started to come out.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I'll say this. Really, it's easy to say, as bigger dudes, in high school we didn't have that. But that was just people in high school. There were the few that were the popular and was doing things.
Right.
But most people did not have significant other, or when they did, they was for them short high school relationship.
Very true.
A month.
Very true.
Type shit.
Very true. But what I'm saying is that, big dudes, we winning out here.
It's true.
It's very true. As of late, I could say the last few years, like we've been winning out here, and all that pretty boy genuine looking shit is not happening. It's not flowing like it used to.
I mean, I got what I would consider, cause I'm a big dude, but I'm not I'm a little smaller.
Yeah, you're like a medium swole. I'm
that pretty boy big. You know what I mean?
Right.
I like to keep a pretty boy swag type shit, but I'm a big dude. It's ain't no lies
call
in it.
spade a spade. I'm just saying, Big Papa energy.
Okay. I'll support you in your endeavors. I don't know if I will.
No, you don't. No, you already wiped up. So you already
Yeah,
good. You
I
big
think
papa
that's
for
what
your
it is.
girl.
Maybe I'm just dancing around. Ain't nobody calling me papa except my woman.
Right, but all I'm saying is I exude big papa energy.
Okay.
And I advise all my big dudes out there, exude your big papa energy. Find your big papa energy.
Okay, find it.
That's all I'm saying.
Now, with big papa energy, that again means, talking about the bigger dudes.
It is confidence.
When we talk about, but I'm talking about bigger dudes and bigger folks. Now, when we talk about that, then you start to talk about food, right?
Uh-huh.
Question for you.
What?
Peanut butter and jelly mac and cheese.
Oh, God.
How you feeling about that?
That's disgusting, and whoever made that a thing needs to be shot.
I'm trying to understand, do the noodles taste like jelly? Or do the noodles taste like noodles, and does the peanut butter taste like peanut butter, or does it taste like cheese?
No, to call it peanut butter and jelly mac and cheese means that it's probably. But is there no? Because cheese and peanut butter do not go together.
No.
So I'm thinking it was just peanut butter, and the macaroni was made with jelly.
See, I think the other way. I think that it was probably purple food coloring on the noodles.
If it's food coloring, then you can't call it peanut butter and jelly
because
it's not jelly.
Because the look of it, they're just talking
then
about
say
the look.
peanut butter and jelly looking mac and cheese.
Why would anybody say peanut butter and jelly looking mac and cheese?
Because to say peanut butter and jelly mac and cheese is misleading. If I see peanut butter and jelly mac and cheese and I, for some reason, take a bite, and if I'm for some reason in the vicinity of some damn peanut butter and jelly mac and cheese, and I go to taste it and it tastes like regular mac and cheese, I'm like, this just looks like
it's
peanut
the
butter
novelty.
and jelly.
Exactly, it looks like it.
Because somebody had.
But there are other things that look like something but taste different. I'm trying to think of what.
I can't think of nothing.
I mean,
else.
I'm not gonna eat it at all. So you're telling me they just drizzled peanut butter?
Yes, peanut butter.
That's disgusting.
And jelly fused with noodles.
How do you infuse jelly with noodles?
I don't know. Maybe they made the noodles from scratch with jelly. I don't know, but the picture looked disgusting.
Yeah.
And if I'm at the potluck and somebody brings some damn peanut butter and jelly mac and cheese, they're getting socked on the hood. On the hood, they getting socked.
I'm not socking them, but I'm gonna wait to see who brings in the pot and who's holding it, and then I'm gonna trip and knock it out their hand and make it fall all over the floor.
That's
like,
cool.
Oh no!
Hey,
you wasn't ready.
I'll probably do some shit like that though. That's funny. That's the potlucks ain't safe, bro. Like you can't be experimenting. Like you should not be. You should not be waiting until the potluck to freaking
don't try no new stuff at the potluck.
No, I promise you will get talked about. I will talk about you if you bring some damn peanut butter and jelly mac and cheese. That's a sin. That's a food sin.
I don't even understand. Because then at that point, you can't say mac and cheese. You can say it would be grape for that picture. It'd be grape mac and peanut butter.
Yeah.
Grape mac and peanut butter.
Yeah.
Now if they called it that, I'd be like, okay,
it's still gross. It's still gross. It's not even mac and cheese anymore. It's something different. Like to call it mac and cheese would mean there's macaroni and cheese. If you put cheese in, I'm getting upset. I'm getting upset. Let me calm down, because no way in hell are you mixing cheese with peanut butter? And if you are, you need to go to jail. You need to go to jail.
Those are
seriously.
Cheese and peanut butter are definitely things that I don't think should
that does not ever. That never goes together. I can't think of one dish that peanut butter and cheese go together.
I'm thinking about cheese, and I remember hearing it said, and it just took my mind there. I like Chinese food. I like Asian dishes. They don't have no cheese in there.
I realized that the other day too. Is like there's really no Asian dishes that have cheese. I think cheese is like a European thing. I do too, but that's like a European thing, like Italian and American type of thing. Oh
snap! So I was shooting a podcast earlier today, and got back on the topic of culture.
Okay.
Here
you go.
So questions. Okay, let's talk about food. What is black culture food?
Black culture food?
Yes.
I would say collard greens, fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, black eyed peas, red beans and rice,
Now, why are these black culture foods
So these
as
are
opposed to anybody's food?
because these are foods that are staples in our culture. Like if someone's making collard greens and macaroni and cheese and fried chicken, that's soul food, straight up. That's a soul food staple.
Okay.
You know, that's the foundation.
Okay, but those are not foods within themselves that other races don't make and have never made. But
Ooh,
you
that's
could
a
say
good point.
some shit like some enchiladas.
Yeah, that's
A lot
Mexican.
of people be making that, but a lot of these other, what I would say, cultural dishes, it's like, no, we wouldn't even think about making that. That's no. But the things we do make are common.
Right. But I think
is that really our culture, or is just the things we like out of what everybody does?
I say it is. I mean, if you think about it, like, I think because those foods are our staples because we make those the best, arguably. Like if arguably because I mean I've tasted some Asian fried chicken.
Some fried chicken at some of the Asian spots be hit.
There's a spot right now in Federal Way Underground Kitchen.
Yeah.
Dude, their wings, their yum yum wings.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
I'm with
you.
Wings be slapping.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. It had me questioning the Colonel. Like,
well, the Colonel, this nigga was white, and now he became black. The more commercials the nigga get, I don't even know what that fool doing. And
right?
KFC, I only rock with their original recipe. Everything else is right.
No, I only eat their wings, and if I'm eating regular chicken, it's extra crispy. I hate the original recipe.
Oh no, I don't like
it's
extra
original
That's
recipe is gross to me.
With Popeyes, because it's so crispy. I'm like, man, bro.
Yeah, but when you get to the meat.
Finally,
it's dude. No, look. Speaking of chicken, I had some chicken today from the gas station that will wash.
Which gas station?
It's in White Centers next to my mama's job. Like she had.
Oh, it's not
it's like this gas station by my mom's job.
It's a local one, not a branch.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the branch is from like New York, from what she was telling me.
Oh.
And they just like got stationed up here. But she brought some chicken to me the today.
Mm-hmm.
It will wash KFC. It'll wash Popeyes. It's so good.
There's a, because I be doing the DoorDash, and this place, Crunchy, I think it's called Crunchy Chicken.
That's the one.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've definitely had them, because I would stop gas stations to get that. And I walked in, picked up an order, started to leave, and was like, man, it's time for a lunch break. I'm like, yo, let me get some of that chicken, too, because it's smelling pretty good. It was good.
Oh, it was so good. It was so bomb. Like, I ate some on the way here, and I still tasted it. I was just, like, on the freeway, kind of sucking my teeth, trying to get that taste again.
See, and there would be certain chicken that is just good, succulent, good chicken. The seasoning and the skin is all right. And then there's some chicken that's just okay. Right. And there's some chickens like, I'm not going to eat this no more. But for the chicken that's just okay, I can still fuck with that if you have the right kind of sauces around.
I think certain foods are considered black culture because if they're made homemade, they're better made from.
Well, that's with any food. Because tacos off a taco truck are better from.
So this is what you're going to have to do then. Like, take fried chicken, for example.
Yeah.
You're going to have somebody black, somebody white, somebody Mexican, somebody Asian to all make their rendition of fried chicken.
All right, fuck it. This is what we're doing. Say it loud.
Food wars.
Food wars.
Say it loud, food wars.
Listen, if you live in Seattle metropolitan area and you are a black, what we need is a black, we need a white, a Mexican, an Asian, Indian. Now, we India or native? Now I done said them both, so I'm gonna say both. We might not be able to get everybody.
Yeah.
But black, white, Mexican, native, Asian,
Hispanic.
That's Mexican.
Oh, you see, well, say Hispanic because that's Puerto Rico too.
All right.
Too.
Hawaiian, y'all up in there. We just need a bunch of different races
just to make one dish.
Well, wait, are we gonna label it to chicken?
No, just eat like.
Well, wait,
chicken.
what are we talking about then?
There's chicken. There's like other macaroni and cheese.
You mean like what's your culture staple food?
Yeah, what's your culture staple?
Oh,
food?
I thought it was see who makes chicken the best.
We could do that. No, we could do that too. Yeah, no, we could do that too. We can do that.
Well, but they might
'Cause
not be the same people.
Because I'm interested to see how Hispanics make fried chicken. So they might put some of that adobo, some pico de gallo.
And here's what's gonna happen: is it's gonna be in house. That means you gotta come here. It's gotta be in Seattle,
right?
So.
Bring your dish with you, and we will judge it.
Yes. And I'll have my crew here.
Yep.
We'll judge and all that stuff.
Absolutely, we are going to do that.
This is a non-paid gig.
Yeah,
you get to be on the podcast.
Voluntary.
You know what? Mike could get you a T-shirt.
Yeah. So I have a question for you, fellow Seahawks fan. Not fellow Seahawks fan, 'cause I'm a Bucks fan. But
you love the Seahawks.
No, I don't. But you are the representative of the Seahawks fan base. So I want to ask you this question.
Okay.
So you, as you're well known, Russell Wilson got traded to the Denver Broncos, right?
Yes, he did.
So I had a conversation with my homeboy who is a Seahawks fan, and he was telling me that ever since Russell Wilson married Sierra, his skills on the field started sucking. So I want to ask you, like, is that true or false?
That's false. That's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I'm a grown-up, y'all.
Right.
I'm tired of this little thing. Sierra is the curse of men.
Okay.
Yeah, she was with Bow Wow. See what happened to him. Bow Wow is 3 feet tall, has a Napoleon complex, and he's an upset young man. She was with Future, and then see what happened to Future. Future was trash from the jump.
From the get-go.
She was the good part of that, and she escaped. Okay.
Okay.
Like Russell Wilson. Listen, this man been in the NFL. Been high ranking in the NFL since he hadn't won the Super Bowl since he been with her, but he's won one, so he ain't have to win another one. Everybody who goes to NFL, their goal is to get a Super Bowl ring.
Right.
Most never get one. That man has one and made an appearance, and I'm not gonna lie, he doesn't have a bad shot about going back.
Okay.
And he hasn't throughout his career, but things haven't gone the way they're supposed to.
So would you say there's no merit to that statement?
No. Sierra has upgraded Russell Wilson. Okay, you want to talk about Beyonce, Jay-Z? Let me upgrade you. She upgraded that man, made him look better.
Okay.
In the public eye.
Right.
He's been playing. He got hurt once and bounced back. Right. He is having a great career and just pulled in more money. So how is she the downfall?
I honestly, looking at it from a football player's perspective, since I've played football before, I understand what distractions are like. So would you say that him being so focused on like his brand is deterring his focus away from his skills on the football field?
No,
not at all.
No, I think. I mean, yes, you got to practice to keep your skills up to par.
Right, but
I'm gonna tell you what. How long has he been in the league? 9, 10 years, something like that.
Right.
I doubt we'll see Russell Wilson do any new moves that we have not seen.
Yeah.
That man spends $1 million a year to keep his body in the shape to play.
Right.
And with that being said, as long as I can play and play good, let me get my other money. Because, again, this only going to last so long.
Right.
So I'm like, bro, and distractions. See, that's that crazy. That's some T.I. stuff. That's what T.I. was talking about with Tiny. Being with my wife is a distraction from work. That's not a great argument in any sense.
Okay.
Now, I'll say this. If you just with the wrong person, yes, it's a distraction.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But I don't believe that's the case there. I think it was a great business move for both of them.
Right.
And I think they really do fuck with each other. So
I think too that him, like all of his ventures that he does, like the stuff he did with Seattle Children's, and he's doing the same thing with Denver Children's, like he's on that same plane. You know what I'm saying? He does so much for this community that he's in that it's excusable. You know what I'm saying? Seahawks fans, I think Seahawks fans are more tribal than most. They don't care about rich athletes or athletes getting major deals. They just want their team to win the Super Bowl. And I think that's where this is coming from. Like they want Russell Wilson to just be all about football and nothing else.
Yeah, and I don't fall into them fans.
No.
At all. Yes, I want my team to win. Come on, Seahawks, to the death of me.
Oh, here we go.
I want my team to win, but it's just a team that I don't have any real ties to.
Okay.
But the people who play on this team, they have real things at stake with
That's
their
true.
life, and this is their job. And as a person who will be out here getting money,
Right.
man, fuck football as far as the way I see it. You, sir, go get your guaranteed $19 million this year and your guaranteed $22 million next year. Go get it. Put on the orange and, whatever.
Right.
That's how I see it.
Yeah, it did look weird. Like, it felt like a Twilight Zone episode, because I never thought Russell Wilson would ever play for any other team.
Yeah, I thought he was going to finish
I thought he was
going to
finish his career as a Seahawk, and he loved Seattle too. And that's sad.
And the thing is that the problem on the Seahawks end is Russell didn't necessarily decline.
Right.
Russell is still playing at an elite level.
Right.
But they thought by this time he could decline, we could pay him less. He's not. You need to pay him more. We can't afford him. So if he was more, now if the Sierra curse was real and he started getting broke down, busted, he probably would still be here because they could pay him a $20 million and call it a day.
Right.
But
yeah. But speaking of football and champions, my boy Tom Brady,
you don't know that nigga,
returns to the NFL after 40 some odd days.
He really
of
think
retirement.
He's Michael Jordan out here.
He right there. That's a debate. That is the debate.
He didn't go play no other sport.
It doesn't matter. He's still the GOAT of
we
his
gonna
sport.
we gonna compare LeBron to Michael every chance we get when we compare Tom.
Oh, okay. Well, we can compare Tom Brady to Michael Jordan. It's a fair comparison. Who's the more GOAT of their profession? Like, who was more dominant?
I don't know.
I think it's easier to dominate individually in basketball than it is in football. Yeah. But the fact that Brady did it for so long and won so many championships.
The thing about dominating is at a quarterback position in football is that you are not able to dominate if you ain't got no line.
That's true.
If you got a line, you don't even have to be a great quarterback.
That's true. That's true. But with those championships he won in New England, he had a subpar offensive line and still won a championship. But that is true. If your quarterback is only as good as your offensive line. Now, I would say this: Jordan had one of the best supporting casts ever.
That's what I say.
You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't just Jordan that won them championships. It was the whole team, like Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, freaking Bill Paxton.
And I would say this: was this Brady? What season will this be for Brady? 19.
19, I think. I think it's 19.
When did he come in?
Let me see. Wow.
He come in 2000? Maybe it's 22. I don't know. No, it can't be 22.
It's 22 years.
Oh, it is 22.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to him off that because Jordan wasn't around that long.
No, Tom Brady is still
way more physical.
But Tom Brady, he's still competing at a MVP level at 44.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is a big deal.
It's huge, bro.
But again, I'll say because it's such a physical sport, the fact that he is able to compete is a testament to who's protecting him.
Exactly.
Because you can get killed out here.
You sure can.
And he ain't fast.
He's not.
So
he's not a mobile quarterback.
He is the greatest QB I've ever seen. But
Absolutely.
I will say this: that man got help. He ain't out there alone because he can't run.
Oh no, absolutely.
Now if he was Michael Vick, I'd say, man, if Michael Vick had the career of Tom Brady but the skills of himself.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And you know what else too? And I will say this too: Michael Vick should be either top 10 or top 15 all time. Simply because he changed the game at quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He changed quarterbacking forever. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
He made running backs really be like, I could do this.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think, regardless of the controversy, Michael Vick should definitely be in that top. You know what I'm saying?
Michael Vick should be in the Hall of Fame.
He should be, but he won't because of that dogfight stuff.
Dogs.
Yeah, that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Ben Roethlisberger is definitely a first round ballot, but with all his controversy, they're still putting him in the hall.
Yeah,
That's BS.
I really don't like Big Ben.
I don't
Don't like him at all.
I don't like him either. No, I don't.
Let me tell you about something else that I'm thinking I wouldn't like.
Uh-huh.
I found out this on UberFacts.
Uh-huh.
Whoopi Goldberg used to be a sex phone operator.
Ew, gross. Ew.
So say you called up 1-900 Nappy Dugout.
Snappy dugout.
And you heard Sister Mary Clarence.
Hi, this Whoopi. No.
Get on there. I wonder, like,
Hi.
what kind of... Just think of Whoopi Goldberg's voice. And then trying to make you bust.
I can't. I don't want to think about it. That's just gross. It's not because of, it's just your Whoopi's voice. Like, just, I don't want to imagine on the other end when I'm trying to get my rocks off.
It's weird. I just, like, Whoopi, I don't know.
No.
Out of all the movies she's been in and everything, there was one where she had like a relationship with somebody.
Was it Made in America?
Made in America with Ted Danson.
Yeah.
And
they were
even then it was weird. I was like, I don't know. I don't picture Whoopi with a dude. But then it's like I didn't really picture her with a female either.
I don't. There's certain people.
She seemed asexual. She seemed like Michael Jackson. Just here, loving life.
There's just people that you don't ever picture ever.
But she has a daughter.
She does. That means somebody went there. And her and Ted Danson were like for real married during that time, I believe.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Weird.
I can't.
They said yeah, I watched Whoopi, she was being interviewed about something. She was like she was talking about being into guys versus it, and she was like I was with a guy that was weird. But I got a daughter and it's great. You know. Yeah,
that's just gross.
Yeah,
just
wanted to bring that
up.
up.
How you doing? Are you stroking your cock for me?
Whoopi. What would her sex call name be? Well, what was her real name? Her name isn't Whoopi. I feel like it's like Carlene or something.
Does she have a real? I thought that was a real name.
No, that ain't a real name.
That's
I
not her
hope
real
not,
name?
because I just stood on that.
What is Whoopi?
Charlene, maybe.
Karen Elaine Johnson.
Oh, she's a Karen.
Why the hell is she calling herself Whoopi?
Wait, what is Queen Latifah's real name?
Dana Owens.
Dana. Okay, Karen Dana. I was like, boy, wait a minute.
Why? Where did Whoopi come from? Oh, might be just her stage name.
That's her stage name, yeah.
That's cool. But I mean, I never picture her to be a Karen. With a Y, though.
Especially in today.
With a C and a Y. Karen.
Hey, man.
I don't know.
Sign my checks, Karen.
That's my checks, Karen.
Word on the street is, so you know Salinas? Salinas Quintanillas?
Anything for Salinas.
Anything for Salinas.
That's the movie.
So I just saw an article. Her family is like putting out unreleased music from her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They said it was like digitally redone.
Okay.
My question is it going to be in Spanish or is these
probably both
English tracks? Because I like me some Selena.
Well, I mean, she recorded both English and Spanish albums, so I don't see why she wouldn't have English and Spanish.
You know, I rock with the one. Bitty bitty bum bum.
Hey.
A bitty bitty bum bum.
Hey.
Said a bitty 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 bum bum. A bitty 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 bitty. Casa vis.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't get me salsa up in here. My Puerto Rican poked up was like, huh? Is that what we doing?
What was that? What's that movie? Can't Buy Me Love or Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Love Don't Cost a Thing. Oh. Don't do it.
Kick him in the nuts, girl. Kick him in the face.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, boy.
Oh my God.
Nick Cannon's not a great actor.
But I mean,
great businessman. Yeah. Terrible actor.
So like he was bad in Drumline then, you think?
He wasn't bad in Drumline, but like he wasn't like Jason Weaver was my favorite character. He was more natural and just kind of went with the flow. And Nick, again, I think Nick Cannon's great. He made the most of his opportunity, really did, and expanded and went global and did all this. But the movies are not dope.
Right, but he's definitely somebody in the culture that definitely needs to be protected. Like they dogged him. They canceled his daytime talk show. after like just one season, which is stupid because that show was actually good. Me working from home, I can watch daytime TV. You know what I'm saying? And I watched that show a few times, and I was like, man, Nick Cannon's really doing some stuff out here. He's hosting America's Got Talent. He hosted the Masked Singer. He got Wild 'N Out, which is arguably one of the best, if not the best, improv TV show.
Well, it's one of the only ones that are mainstream now.
Well, Whose Line Is It Anyway was where was birthed from, to be honest.
Wait, that's where it was birthed from. But Whose Line Is It was really hot in the 80s and 90s, but it died out. And I mean, Wild 'N Out.
No, it did. Yeah, Wild 'N Out is definitely one of the best shows on TV right now. Well, big ups to Nick Cannon for doing that, and that's why I say he's definitely somebody in the culture that needs to be protected. Seriously.
What's everybody's problem with him rapping?
Have you?
How come he can't just like to rap?
He could rap. I mean, he could like to rap. It's just,
y'all think his
good?
platform is too big to want to rap?
No, he can rap if he wants to. I'm pretty sure.
Nah, but y'all be dogging him.
Because it's his last album, like his last few cuts he had back in the day.
Oh, he does albums?
No, like back in the. I'm talking about the back in the day. Like his albums didn't really do well, and for good reason.
And he's still around though.
He is, because he found another lane to do it. He couldn't do it.
So everybody just hating on. Let him live his little fantasy.
He can live his fantasy. That don't mean we're gonna say it sucks. You know what I'm saying? If you my homeboy and you come to me with an album that you just made and you want me to listen to and give me my honest opinion, I'm not gonna tell you it's good if it's whack.
Do you think that's good? Do you think though that some people listening to him will say it's whack before they even hear it just because it's Nick Cannon?
I think so, and that's wrong.
Yeah. See, because I watching a thing where he was in the studio with a bunch of rappers,
right?
Battle rappers,
right.
And they were just in there grinding, and they all were talking, and it was like, yo, I mean, away from Nick, they were away at this point. It was like, we thought Nick was corny, with the raps and we got in the studio and watched him work. Like, he can rap. Nick can rap, but everybody looks, it's Nick Cannon, so we're not listening.
Right.
So now, with that being said, I have not sat down to listen, but I also don't I don't say, Nick, he's whack. I don't know.
No,
so
I don't do
that.
that.
I be hating when people be like, hey,
yeah. I hate it, and I don't do that to anybody. Like, if you come to me and be like, hey, listen to this, tell me what you think, I'll genuinely listen to it. Yeah. And if it's whack, I will tell you it's whack. I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's dope when it's just complete trash, and then you gonna put it out and it's gonna be, well, it'll go double wood, and you gonna come back to me like, I thought you said this was dope. Like,
well, but I feel that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna say this. I think that I've never been put in a position where somebody had something that they were going to put out and they asked me what I thought.
Right.
And I hated it or didn't like it because I don't know what I would do. Because I know how passionate I be, and on certain things, not on everything, but on certain things, I don't care if I let somebody listen to it and they say, oh, but this, I don't care what you just said because this is what I think. So with that being the case, I just be like, I lost my train of thought. Sorry, I heard the banging at first. I thought it was the door, and my mind just went somewhere else. But yeah, I don't know. What was we talking about?
Well, judging people.
Lost it.
Judging people before judging Nick Cannon before he puts music.
Yeah, so I don't listen to it just because I've never checked for Nick Cannon, but knowing the aura around why people typically don't listen to him, I'll be like, that sucks, because he's probably okay. We just have this thought and can't let it go.
Right.
But
I got you.
Little things I think about.
Yeah. So I want to bring up a question we were talking about yesterday about hip hop and where the best hip hop comes from. I think you're right when it comes to the time periods.
Yeah.
Because if I made a best East Coast hip hop playlist, it'll all be like mostly old school hip hop, like from the 80s to early 90s. Yeah. Even some like Jay-Z and Nas stuff would be like older. You know, if they were talking about the best of the East Coast. And if you go to the best of the West Coast, that's like when gangster rap and G-Funk came in with Snoop and Dre and them, Death Row and them. Yeah, that's where, the West that was like mid '90s. I would say.
Yeah, see, I think it overlaps personally.
Yeah.
I think that it goes from New York from, let's say, inception,
Right.
late 70s,
Right.
to 93, 94
Right.
on the East Coast. But
Right.
then 93, 94 on the West Coast
Right.
picks it up.
Right.
So,
Yeah, and then if you go like then after that, after the West Coast established themselves, then it was the South.
yeah.
With,
And
with
I
Lil
think
Jon
they
and
came
them and
in.
T.I. and Ludacris and them, and that's when they came in.
Yeah,
You
and
know what
I'm
saying?
thinking around 2002, 2003.
Yeah, and
The
then
South came up.
it was the Midwest with Nelly, Eminem, Kanye, Common, even some producers that came out the Midwest. You know
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to say West Coast from like 93, 94 to 97, 98.
Mm-hmm.
Then Midwest from like 99 to 2002, 2003.
Yeah, you're right.
Then the South from about 2003
Yeah.
to maybe 2010,
Right.
2009.
Right.
So that's what I thought. That's why I was like, we're the best ever. I'm like, there's just so many different layers to ever.
Right. I mean, granted, my top two rappers are from the East Coast, Busta Rhymes and Method Man, and then Snoop Dogg is in the West, and then T.I. is up there, and he's from the South, and Eminem's from the Midwest. So I got like a representative from each part. But
nobody from the North.
you talking about Drake? Because he's from Canada.
I guess
And he's not on my top 5. I wouldn't put him nowhere near my top 5 or top 10 or top 15 or top 20. Can't do it. I can't do it. I only like a handful of Drake songs. After that, I can't justify putting him any
Drake
over.
got
I can't. No,
bars
I don't. He
as
may have
opposed-
bars, but I cannot put him over some of my favorite rappers. I can't do it. I will not do
All right, I'm not here to press you.
it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'll give him credit where credit is due, but he won't make my list.
That's not giving the credit is due there, sir.
No, I recognize him as a great artist, but he's not making my top list. My top 10. Nope.
You really think there's 10 artists above Drake?
Yep.
Give me the 10.
How we judging?
I don't know. What are you just saying there's 10 above Drake? Who are the 10? I'm judging lyrically and what they've done commercially. Not the songs they dropped, but their success. That's what I'm judging on.
I'm not judging that because
okay, what are you judging on?
I'm judging on the purely the music, the lyric.
Okay, so lyrics.
Yeah, lyrics to me. This is my opinion. To me,
I'll stay off.
There's
of
10 rappers
success.
who I feel are better lyrically than Drake.
Run it.
For one, KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, T.I., Ludacris is better than Drake lyrically. Busta Rhymes, Method Man, Tupac, Biggie. Even somebody new who's better than Drake. Somebody new is better than Drake. See, that's how out of touch of new school I am. I can't really pull.
I think you're at 7. I think that was 7.
That was 8.
8.
That was 8. Eminem and Snoop. I think Snoop's better than Drake lyrically. Absolutely.
I think what you're doing is confusing lyricism with how a song or artist made you feel.
If
we're talking lyrics, because Snoop makes you feel a way. Snoop is a vibe. But if you're talking words on a piece of paper, you're really going to tell me that Snoop's words.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yes.
And all right.
Yes.
Tupac, I don't agree with. I think Tupac's good, but I don't think Tupac was a lyricist like that.
So if
Biggie was a lyricist to me.
Right. Okay. So if Pac was alive right now and he went head up against Drake lyrically, Pac's not winning.
Lyrics? And wait, what are we? Okay. When you say it like that, my mind goes somewhere. So I want to make sure.
Okay. Take 5 of Drake's most lyrical songs and 5 of Tupac's most lyrical songs and put them up against each other. Drake's winning.
Most lyrical songs. I don't know all Pac's most lyrical songs, and I don't know Drake's most lyrical songs. Okay, that's a little deeper than my pay grade.
I'm gonna have to put that together then.
But I'll say this: that Pac. Okay, I'll say this. I'm judging something that I also judge on, which actually before we started recording, when I was spitting something, one of the things that I focus on is flow pattern.
Right.
I'm big on that, and if you can change it up and still make that shit work, like that's amazing to me. That's something that Drake does. That was not something Pac did. Pac had a straight flow on a song. Now he may do a different song with a different flow, but I'm talking about in a song he was pretty straightforward on what the flow pattern was. So for me, I'm like Drake's more entertaining in that lane. And then Pac said stuff that, yes, made you think because he was one of them type of rappers.
Right.
But Drake says stuff that makes you think in the, like, oh, let me put that together. Oh, that was clever. That's what I'm saying. That's the word I wanted, clever. So, Drake raps in a clever way.
Okay, so
Pac raps in a, I got the story across.
Right.
And I lean more towards the clever and like, oh, that was witty. That was nice. I like what you did there. Pac just has stuff who's like, yeah, I felt that. He's right. He's right. I feel that. That's two different vibes for me.
Yeah, well, Drake's vibe, I'm not feeling. Nope. I can't put Drake above anybody that I listen to. I just can't. Drake irks me. He irks me to my soul because he's just annoying as hell. Like, I only like maybe 4 Drake songs ever that I've listened to that I actually liked.
And you haven't listened. Drake got some cuts. Drake got some cuts, bro. That's just pure hate coming off you right now.
Hate?
He got some cuts.
Oh,
he got some cuts.
I'm never a hater. Like I said, there's a handful of songs that I liked from Drake.
Which were the ones that you could think of off the top of your head?
His older ones.
Never mind. You don't even know the names of them. I ain't gonna put you on the blast like that.
Don't do it like that.
But and again, don't get it twisted. I do like Pac. All Eyes on Me is my favorite album. But again, when it comes to just kind of the way the flow is structured and stuff like that, I tend to lean more towards Drake. And when Pac was out and I was a kid, it hit a certain way, and it hits different as an adult. Listening to tracks, and hearing Drake, I was already an adult, so I digested it different anyway. So yeah, I don't know, just my opinion on stuff. Yeah.
Anyway, so rest in peace, Scott Hall, one of my favorite wrestlers from back in the day, also known as Razor Ramon. I'm a huge wrestling fan. Okay. And there's a few celebrity deaths that hit me hard. You know, MJ hit me hard. Prince hit me hard. But this one, it hit me different because as a kid growing up, and I grew up during the Monday Night Wars with WWE, WCW, when it was going back and forth. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash and Hulk Hogan in the NWO was right in the middle of it. And I saw Scott Hall's whole career. I grew up with him. I've seen episodes where he would actually, like when he was having his drinking problem, he actually did shows drunk. Like he threw up on the show once because he was so drunk.
Hey,
and
man,
me and
show
my
must go on.
You know, but me and my brother both, we saw his whole decline, and then I saw him recover, and then I saw him actually be a good dude. Like he was sober, he was doing good and all of that. But to find out, you know, this month that he had 3 heart attacks and got put on life support, it's sad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It kind of tugged at my heart a little bit because that was my guy growing up. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
You know, so my condolences go out to his family and everybody around Scott Hall and all of that. It's crazy. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I was never a big, well, not never, but I wasn't a big wrestling fan.
You didn't watch wrestling at all?
I watched as a kid. I did. I mean, I watched some, but you know, and I know the standouts, of course, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Randy Savage,
Who yeah, brother? Start to be going in the line, and I'm coming through.
Undertaker.
Undertaker's the greatest wrestler of all time.
The Dudley Boys.
Dudley Boys, yep.
And I mean, that's just because I'm a
the
Dudley.
whole Attitude Era, bro. That was the shit. Anybody would tell you. Anyone our age and a little older will tell you the Attitude Era of wrestling was the greatest era of wrestling.
It was
ever.
all good until again. Nobody. I mean, watching it, and I watched them hit each other in the heads with the chairs and fall off the ladders onto the tables, and I independently, without my father and mother, came to the conclusion that this was bullshit.
See, you got
No, but the sportsman kind of bullshit. I understand that they are doing these moves. It's happening.
right.
But
You just don't like
they practiced how to fall
Right.
and not to get hurt. That means the nigga knew this fall was coming in this show.
that. Right.
So
Right.
with that in mind, it was fake. Now, yes, you break bones, niggas die.
Yeah.
But as a kid, it was sold to me. This is, and I gave up.
But
very
at the end of the day, it's really, if you're a kid and you're watching it, like me growing up, it's not about them, like the whole storylines and them being fake and all of that. It was about the entertainment value. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know it's fake. We know it's fake.
Well, yeah, but
But
again,
it's still dope, though.
but when I was immersed in the world, before I came to the conclusion it was fake, I was just like, okay, all this is real.
You thought it was real?
When you're talking 4, 5, 6 years old, of course I thought it was
Right,
real.
I got you.
But again, watching all the stuff, and I was like, this ain't real. Then I just kind of fell out of, like, I don't really care. So, it was never, the entertainment, it was there. It was fun to see all that stuff, but it was like, I could watch football and know that was real.
Right.
And not scheduled, planned.
Right.
So, as a kid, I was an analytical kid. I was just how I break TV shows down now, and you get on your nerves about it. That's just, I'm sorry. That's how I work.
I can see how you react to that.
Somebody tell me, Tim, looking at me, man, you must have been a boring kid.
I'm saying you had to have been, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I love you to death, bro.
I was not a
but
boring child. I just was analytical, and I needed shit to be crisp.
it's like niggas just talk about wrestling at school, and you be like, "It's fake. I don't like it." And you're like, "Get out of here, CJ."
I was like, I told him at school, if you want to see real wrestling, go watch the Olympics. But
Of course, that's real
WWE
wrestling, but it's the soap opera aspect of it all. Like I
That's
like
the thing,
that
but I
part and the
realized-
characters. It's entertainment. It's
as I got older, I realized there's storylines and there's all these things, which even as a kid, I never paid attention to that. So once I realized not only was it fake, but there's storylines that people are so into, I was just like, not into it that much more. I was like, this is dumb. I'm out.
that's funny.
But all right, that seemed like a good place. Call it.
You want to call it right now?
What you got? Got something else?
One more.
All right, go
one more
ahead.
question. What was your first job and what was your worst job?
My first job versus my worst job. Bars. My first official job was at Seahawks Stadium, which is now T-Mobile Park. I worked. So I was 15. No, I was 16, and I went there. They had just opened the park, and they're hiring for all of the concession stands. So I figured I'm 15-year-old, whatever. They're gonna put me in the concession doing hot dogs. Nah, man. They put me and my homeboy up in the suite level at the restaurant where all the rich people go. You had to have a pass to get up there. So I worked up there in the restaurant as a busser. The tips were pretty whack, but pay was pretty good for a 15-year-old. That was my first job. Worked there for 2 seasons. Then my worst job. I don't know if there's a worst job.
There's gotta be.
I'm all about stories.
Right.
You can get a good story out of any job. I worked at this job down on the waterfront at the Ferris wheel. It was ass, the bad kind. You feel me? But I got some great stories from there. People coming down there, talking to me crazy, jumping off the bridge, fucking, all kind of things, man. So that was an interesting one.
Okay.
What about you?
My first job was working at Big Lots. I was a cashier at Big Lots when I was 17.
Okay.
That was my very first job. I remember my very first check too. It was like $177.
Did you buy a PlayStation?
I sure did. No, look, I went straight to it was Electronics Boutique at the time, and I bought Mortal Kombat Trilogy for PlayStation. I remember taking that shit home, and my mom got pissed at me because I bought that shit. Like, she never cares about what I play until she was watching me do fatalities on people, and they blowing up and their bones is everywhere and shit. Right, right. But she was like, "You better take that shit back, boy." I was like, "Oh, damn, mom." So
I'm gonna take it to my house.
that was my first job. My worst job I've ever had was when I worked for Service Master of Seattle, and it wasn't the people that worked there because the people were dope. It was the fact that I was on call, and it was during the winter time, and that's when people's houses was flooding. And the snow, and when you're on call, you have to come in.
Wait, for what place?
Service Master of Seattle. It was in Bellevue.
What was you servicing?
Say you're cooking some food and your oven catches fire and everything gets damaged with smoke.
Okay.
We come to your house, we pack up all your stuff that was damaged by smoke, we take it to the factory where we clean it and put it back in your house.
I didn't even know that existed.
And we also wipe your walls. We clean your walls. We clean your carpets. If your carpets get like damaged by water or whatever, we come dry your carpets. But anything in your house, if you had a fire right now and smoke got all on your pictures, all on your figurines and on your dishes and everything, we have to take it, pack it up, and take it to the factory where we clean it and bring it back.
I wouldn't trust no motherfuckers taking no paintings off my wall.
But that's what we do, though. That people would pay us to come in and do that.
But how do y'all know how to clean paintings?
Because we take some like solution or some cleaning stuff.
Nope, right there, messed up. So nope, what's this place called? I'm suing you. You know what? I'm gonna insure all these. Then I'm gonna set this bitch up.
No, just. You would do some stupid shit like that.
Real shit. It just seems like okay.
No, that job was crap because I remember I lived in Skyway, and we had a bad blizzard, and I was on call, and they called me to come in. My car was stuck in the drive. I couldn't go nowhere, and they messed around and ripped me up because I was on call and I couldn't come in. Like, I can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that job.
Employee.
That's one of my worst jobs ever. Like I couldn't. I just couldn't.
I mean, the last job I had, had to cuss a couple people out, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, what job doesn't have that?
My current one, I work for myself.
Yeah.
No, I be cussing myself out. I be upset with myself a lot. Be real.
Yeah, that seems like a good place to start.
Yeah, all right, y'all. Well, I meant to say this at the top, but sorry for Mondays. It's hard to get that extra episode in. But what I'm thinking about doing, actually, I'm not going to tell them. I'll just tell you later. So with all that, subscribe, share, like, all them good things.
Everything.
We'll check y'all next week.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us again on another episode of the Stay Loud Podcast. Be good, be well. Peace.
To the Middle East and Russia and all them niggas tripping.
Yeah.